past 2 hours.
Watch WKYT News live and on demand, totally free with no subscriptions. Local news, first alert weather, and original investigations. Stream WKYT for free now. Watch WKYT on all your streaming devices.
Developing winter storm is just hours away from blasting the Bluegrass State with whiteout conditions and some of the coldest temperatures we've seen in years. We're tracking the bitter cold and the snow next.
Preparations are underway before those temperature drops. See how crews are getting ready.
And on WKYT News, what this means for travelers trying to head out for the holidays.
With first alert weather, this is WKYT News.
Good afternoon. Welcome to WKYT News. We are now just hours away from potentially dangerous winter weather. We will see snow, then it looks like a major drop in those temperatures, and that could bring treacherous road conditions and life-threatening cold to the Commonwealth. To stay weather aware and get the First Alert weather app, you can scan the QR code that you're going to see on your screen tonight. We have team coverage for you on how officials are preparing and how you can stay safe. But first, let's check in with WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey on this WKYT First Alert Weather Day.
Yeah, guys, as expected, as we've talked about for the past couple of days, everything has been upgraded now to a winter storm warning for central, northern, and western parts of Kentucky. Winter weather advisory continues into the east. That winter storm warning does include the entire Lexington metro, Richmond, we're in that, Georgetown over to Frankfort, Covington, Louisville, all the areas you see in pink, and that's now been expanded even into parts of central Tennessee. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see an eastward expansion of this at some point this evening as we see the snows that are coming into play. New call for snowfall with that widespread 2 to 6 inch snow swath coming at us from southwest to northeast across central Kentucky. I've added a pocket of 3 to potentially as high as 7 or 8 inches of snow across parts of northern Kentucky, 1 to 4 inches across the east and the southeast. And folks across southern Kentucky, we're going to watch this because there's a chance that this blue line, that 2 to 6 inch line, I have to sneak that a little farther south and east as we go through the evening. And that wind chill warning is also out across the entire Commonwealth as well. Wind chills to 30 below zero, likely late tonight and into the day on Friday. That is into the life-threatening category and beyond. I've been at this a little while, folks. I haven't seen computer models spitting out 30 to 35 below zero wind chills, except maybe once or twice in the course of the past 20-plus years. We're dealing with rain here across parts of the Lexington or the Louisville metro, and now the Arctic front is getting into areas around Indianapolis, west of Evansville, toward Paducah, and you're seeing that rain switching over to snow, and it's heavy at times. This snow band that is going up here across parts of the St. Louis area is going to increase in coverage the farther east that it gets. 51 Nashville, 5 into St. Louis, and as we look upstream, those temperatures are even colder with those bitterly cold winds that are coming in from the northwest. This is your Arctic front, and this area of low pressure that is developing across parts of the Tennessee Valley, that is what may enhance the snows across central Kentucky as the evening goes on. So guys, listen. After 10 o'clock or so tonight, for about a 6-7 hour period into the overnight, things are going to be about as bad on the roads as you can possibly get. Visibility is going to go down to zero. You're going to have blowing snow. You're going to have drifting snow. Essentially, this would be blizzard conditions for several hours across parts of central Kentucky. We'll talk about those snowfall totals that are coming from the computer models when I come back here in just a few minutes.
All right. Word to the wise. Get where you need to be before all of that tonight. Thank you, Chris. Preparations are underway in Lexington. Street crews are out today, and more will be starting a 24-hour shift this evening.
Well, the city and partner organizations are working together to try and keep people safe. WKYT's Julia Sandor is live for us here in Lexington. And Julia, what preparations are officials doing now to try and help keep people safe?
Officials tell me they have a bunch of plans underway. We have the frigid temperatures heading our way, and officials and the Catholic Action Center are most concerned about the vulnerable population, which is the homeless and people living on the streets. They say they have been making plans well in advance, so they think they're prepared. As of right now, there are no warming centers in Lexington. Mayor Linda Gorton says that they've had the centers in the past, but they were rarely used. For people who are homeless or live on the street, Ginny Ramsey at the Catholic Action Center says they will have shelter for them. They will open up the Catholic Action Center, and they already bought rooms at motels. She says the safe harbor at the Lighthouse will open at 6:30 tonight. So she says homeless should report there, and if any person living without shelter needs to escape the cold, they will have a spot. The city also added another plan called Street Outreach, where partner agencies will monitor parks or other places outdoors where people might be staying. Ginny Ramsey says it's just too dangerous to let anyone without a home stay outside tonight.
We just can't leave this to just happen and say, oh, yeah, well, that's too bad, because that's too bad is going to be frostbite, which can be killing, or death. We've got a lot of vulnerable men and women who don't have a place to call home. We had 52 of them in Safe Harbor last night. They didn't have any place to go. Well, this kind of weather is one thing, but what's coming is different.
They're also driving around in their compassionate caravan tonight, looking for people who might need help, who are living on the street. And they say if you see anyone who needs help, to contact the non-emergency 911 line. Right now, live in Lexington, Julia Sandor, WKYT.
Yeah, thank you. And Kentucky is under a state of emergency as the brutal cold approaches. Governor Andy Beshear and Kentucky Transportation Cabinet officials are urging travelers to watch for hazardous road conditions tonight that can create slick spots, limit visibility, and cause traffic delays. Travelers are encouraged to pack an emergency car kit, monitor the forecast, and consider alternate travel plans to limiting traveling tonight and into Friday. The governor signed the emergency order yesterday. It frees up resources like the National Guard. It also calls on all 120 counties to set up at least one warming shelter. The governor says state parks will be on standby as backups if needed.
Plan on slippery road conditions, especially tonight and moving into tomorrow. If you can stay off the roads, please do.
And with the Arctic cold coming in, we of course need to remember our pets. If it is too cold for you, it is also too cold for our pets. But Michael Blowen with Old Friends Thoroughbred Retirement says, believe it or not, horses would rather be out in those freezing temperatures than be cooped up in a stall. Blowen says the horses will have plenty of hay, which also insulates them. Older thoroughbreds may not be able to handle the frigid temperatures, so they will receive blankets. Staff members will be on hand around the clock to check for hypothermia. And coming up at 5:30, we'll be talking with officials on how they're keeping their horses safe.
We are not the only ones dealing with this Arctic blast. Across the country, thousands of flights are canceled or delayed as the temperatures tumble.
Travel, of course, is growing increasingly dangerous nationwide as the storm brings blizzard conditions to parts of the Midwest. Mike Valerio has more on the hazardous holiday travel.
The fury of ferocious winds, free-falling temperatures, and millions now bracing for more of the monstrous Arctic blast.
It's cold, but when it's negative 20, it's just another level.
Blinding blizzards and the wind chill down to negative 76 in Casper, Wyoming. Snow stretching into Texas all 3 days before Christmas.
You cover everything up to your eyes and then you breathe and that moisture freezes on your eyelashes.
Thursday is expected to be the most difficult day for travel as the storm pummels the Midwest with heavy snow and strong winds.
Take this storm extremely seriously.
President Joe Biden briefed by FEMA and the National Weather Service. More than 1,800 flights in the U.S. canceled on Thursday.
I'll feel good when we get to the gate.
In Iowa, the mayor of Des Moines called the conditions unreal.
We're advising residents to remain home and not travel unless it's absolutely necessary.
Toilet paper, hot hands.
Preparations in Portland, Oregon, gathering supplies for those without a home in the frigid temperatures. As for the 102 million Americans estimated by AAA who will hit the roads tomorrow through January 2nd for longer drives away from home, the advice is to assemble the essentials for the ride into the elements.
Water, snacks, blankets, coats, flares, emergency kits. Be prepared for anything.
I'm Mike Valerio reporting.
And we want you to stay weather aware with our WKYT First Alert Weather app. You can scan that QR code that you see right there, or you can search for it in your app store. It's going to give you the latest weather alerts and radar, and it's going to work for you with cellular data if you were to lose power and Wi-Fi.
This story also new at 4. The jury is now deliberating in a Lexington murder trial. Carol Hignite is accused of killing her husband Leon in 2017. Prosecutors say she hit him on the head with a hammer and then didn't call for help for days. The defense says a fall caused his deadly injuries. She is charged with murder, knowingly neglecting an elderly person, and third-degree arson. Yesterday, the Ukrainian president gave a speech before Congress to convince lawmakers to continue their solidarity. While many Republicans are questioning the outflow of U.S. dollars. That story is ahead.
Special report.
Spectrum just launched Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are!
Switch to Spectrum One and get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile with no contract. Call 1-833-743-4999.
The Coopers here just got Spectrum One. Why did you switch?
Because Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest download speeds in the nation.
And the fastest Wi-Fi speeds.
Look, I can stream Spectrum News across all our devices.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats, keeping our family and devices safe and secure.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile?
It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
And it includes nationwide 5G.
Switch to Spectrum One and get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile with talk, text, and data. Call 1-833-743-4999 or visit a Spectrum store today.
Everybody is scared to death of the dentist and hates him. I've never heard one person that says they like going to the dentist, but he actually makes it feel like it's a friendly, comfortable situation.
Michael came to us like a lot of patients, scared of the dentist. He hadn't been to the dentist in years. He had missing teeth, wasn't in a great spot. Those are the kind of cases that we specialize in. We're here to help patients out that feel like they have nowhere else to turn.
He just does a great job. So anybody out there that's absolutely petrified of going to the dentist, he will make you feel 100% at ease. The biggest change in my life is I'm not afraid to smile or embarrassed of smiling. People have actually told me, man, your smile looks better. You look a lot healthier, filled in your mouth. I absolutely love my new smile. And now that I can eat anything I want, it is absolutely fantastic. I'm so proud of my teeth that I just wanted other people to know this process, it will change your life. It's going to change how you feel, how you think, how you feel other people think of you. It changed me enough to where I didn't want to smile in public, and now I'm doing a commercial in Kentucky.
Toyota-thon is on at Green's Toyota of Lexington. APR as low as 3.49% for up to 48 months on new Toyota models, including 2022 Camry, Corolla, RAV4, Highlander, and Tacoma. And get 4.99% APR on all Toyota certified used models. Choose from over 400 vehicles priced to sell. Hurry in. Toyota-thon is on at your dealer of choice for over 50 years.
Great people, great cars, great Greens.
After a night like this, Crest has you covered. Crest, as the official toothpaste of Santa, we asked for his help in closing America's smile gap this holiday season. When do you spray Febreze Air?
After every flush.
In my kitchen. Febreze tackles my toughest odors.
After vacuuming, because fresh means clean.
I spray every chance I get.
Starts working instantly to freshen any room. Febreze Air.
Welcome back as the news continues on WKYT. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky was whisked out of Washington last night after his historic visit and speech before Congress, where he tried to convince American lawmakers to continue their solidarity and spending on his country's defense against its Russian aggressors.
As Christina Ruffini reports, the plea comes at a time when many Republicans are questioning the outflow of U.S. dollars.
Dressed in his battle greens and greeted by an extended standing ovation, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky took his fight to Congress.
Ukraine is alive and kicking.
Arguing that it's in America's own interest to support Ukraine.
Your money is not charity. It's an investment in the global security and democracy.
After enduring 11 months of Russian bombardment, Ukrainians are fighting off battle fatigue, not only among their forces, but from partners and allies, including the United States.
And your support is crucial. We have artillery. Yes. Thank you. We have it. Is it enough? Honestly, not really.
Zelensky's trip comes at a critical time as Congress is set to approve a $45 billion assistance package for Ukraine, the largest yet. With Republicans set to take control of Congress, the Ukrainian leader has the tough task of trying to convince some members of the party that this isn't open-ended financial support.
Can't keep up with it. I mean, and we're just flushing money out, and we don't know where it's going.
Earlier Wednesday, President Biden told Zelensky America is in it for the long haul.
We will stay with you for as long as it takes.
The president also announced that support will include a Patriot missile system capable of shooting down Russian aircrafts and ballistic missiles in all weather conditions. Before traveling to the U.S., Zelensky visited the front lines in the embattled city of Bakhmut, where soldiers signed a flag he presented to members of Congress.
We will win because we are united. Ukraine, America, and the entire free world.
After the speech last night, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer told CBS News he asked Zelensky what it would mean if lawmakers didn't pass that aid package. He said it could mean losing the war. Christina Ruffini, CBS News, the White House.
Continuing his diplomatic mission with allies, President Zelensky landed in Poland Thursday to meet with his counterpart there.
All eyes on a dangerous winter storm that is targeting the region right now. We're tracking the transition to snow already underway into western Kentucky and brutally cold temperatures. Lots to talk about after the break. Stay here.
Thank you for trusting WKYT, your 2022 National Murrow Award winner for excellence in diversity, equity, and inclusion.
The holidays are here, and that has a lot of people scrambling to get their homes ready for get-togethers with family and friends. And this usually means cleaning the bath and shower for hours. Hey, everybody, I'm with Kirsten from West Shore Home to talk a little shower and bath remodeling and to find out how West Shore is making starting that project easier than ever, even at the holidays. Kirsten.
So, Joe, we know this is a super busy time of the year for everyone. And people who need to replace their shower or bath, they're going to put that off until after the holidays because they just don't want to deal with the headache of having a home remodeling project. But West Shore Home eliminates those headaches because we give you a fast, easy, and convenient experience from beginning to end.
Well, Kirsten, how are you doing that? How are you saving people time during this busy holiday season?
So, Joe, we're doing a couple of things. First off, we offer customers the flexibility to pick an in-home design consultation at a time that works well for them. We offer weekday, weekend, and evening appointments.
That's super convenient, especially at this time of year. Now, another thing that saves people time is that one-day installation. Talk about that.
So this is what people love about our company. If you go online, you're going to find hundreds, if not thousands, of five-star reviews of people who love our one-day installation process. This time of the year, no one has time to sit around and wait for a project to be completed in 2 or 3 days or a week or more. We get it done in one day.
Nice. And you're also making starting these projects more affordable. Tell us how.
So this year, we're offering our biggest financing deal of the season. It's 5 years of 0% APR, which makes paying for that project easy because the payments are broken down into equal low monthly payments. On top of that, we're taking 50% of the cost of installation on all projects.
Nice, Kirsten. Thank you so much. Folks, call West Shore Home now to take advantage of this great offer. Call in now because they're doing 5 years of 0% APR plus 50% off the cost of installation. This is an offer you do not want to miss. Call West Shore Home now.
Hi, everybody. Major winter storm that is transitioning in. It's already a blizzard into parts of the upper Midwest. That thing is rolling its way into the Ohio Valley, unleashing one of the coldest December air masses you're ever going to find. Look how much real estate has some kind of winter weather alert right now. I mean, you've got it from the Rockies all the way to the East Coast, Florida and Texas, even with freeze warnings out for a setup like this. Winter storm warning is out across much of central Kentucky, western Kentucky, winter weather advisory in the east. There's a chance we have to add a few more counties to that winter storm warning as you go into parts of eastern Kentucky. Updated call for snowfall, and I didn't put last call on this yet because I'm going to look at just a few more pieces of data that'll come in over the next 1 hour or so, and I'll make any fine-tune adjustments there at the last minute to this forecast. But as of now, widespread swath in the blue of 2 to as much as 6 inches of snow, a little higher potential across northern Kentucky, and that 1 to 4 still across the east and the southeast. Wind chill warning is out for the entire region. Wind chills late tonight, tomorrow morning, folks, may reach 30 degrees below zero, if not a little bit colder than that. That is absolutely insane and something you want no part of if you're going to be outdoors. You need to limit your time outdoors tonight, tomorrow, and even into Saturday as well. Here's the radar picture. Well, we've had some rain today. That much we know. We got another band of rain that is off to the west of us around the Louisville Metro down Interstate 65. That's going to come through here over the next 2 to 3 hours. So we're going to put down rain, and then all of a sudden the temperatures drop 30 to 40 degrees in an hour or two, and all that water freezes up, and then the snow develops. Look at our band of heavy snow that is developing now into far western Kentucky, Missouri, and Illinois. That is now into western Kentucky. There's even the chance immediately behind this front for some thunder snow to show up at some point late this evening into the wee hours of the morning with that band that is developing. And you can see how the snows are beginning to kick it up a notch or two. Let me expand that view out a little bit. So your Arctic front is into western Kentucky. There's a wave of low pressure that's popping along this front. What that does is, as it makes its way toward eastern Kentucky and eastern Tennessee, southern Appalachian Mountains, increases the farther northeast that it gets, that may enhance the snows a little more across central Kentucky. That's that eastward trend we've talked about potentially developing for a while. So what do the computer models think about this? The GFS has actually been ahead of the game for a change in terms of picking up on that eastward expansion. Now, this is what the GFS is showing. It's got some 5, 6, 7+ inch amounts here across parts of central and northern Kentucky. Now, this isn't just tonight stuff, folks. This is tomorrow and even into Saturday. And that's what my forecast was for through Saturday, because you can pick up another inch or two of fluffy snows tomorrow and Saturday as well. But this model has a little more across the southeast. The new NAM, which is also an American model, also decided to focus a little farther to the east as well. This has some 5, 6, 7 inch amounts a little farther to the east and southeast. Now, the European model, which just a few days ago was the Grinch in terms of snow, it didn't have very much at all. Each run leading up to this is increasing the totals a little bit. Then our in-house model, known as the IBM, kind of has been jumping all over the place a little bit. It's the farthest northwest with the heavier snows, but even that model has some 4+ inches here across parts of central Kentucky. Here's the timing on that. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. There would be your whiteout conditions getting into central Kentucky, and that continues through the east. And by daybreak, look at those lows. We're 5 to 10 below zero with a wind chill that may be 30 below, and we keep the frigid weather going into Christmas Eve, into Christmas Day. There's another light snowmaker Monday, Tuesday, before the bitter cold starts to ease by the middle of next week. But guys, listen, make precautions now for the life-threatening cold coming into play tonight. And if you have to travel at some point this evening, try to do it early. Don't wait until 10 o'clock or after to be traveling, because that's when that Arctic front is going to hit central Kentucky.
All right, as we said, get on in tonight. Thank you very much, Chris. And Christmas now just literally right around the corner, right? And we still have a couple of days for shoppers left.
Yeah, a lot of people trying to get it in. WKYT's India Jones is in downtown Lexington with a Christmas gift that would expand your horizon.
Welcome to Everyday Kentucky on the Go. I'm India Jones. You know, I love to tell you about the hottest places here in Lexington, Kentucky, and actually all over Kentucky. But since we're focusing on Fayette County right now and we are near the holidays, what's important is finding a gift for maybe that special loved one or just a family member. And I found this store, a metaphysical store, that sounds interesting. So with me is the co-owner, Charlie. Thank you so much for being here. Tell me a little bit about White Willow.
White Willow is home to all things magical and curious. We focus on wellness, holistic wellness. We have massage therapy, Reiki, crystals, herbal remedies, and handcrafted jewelry.
So tell me a little bit about how this business even got started.
We started as massage therapists, me and the co-owner, Brianna Kinman. We were doing massage therapy, and we thought, how else can we help the people in our community?
Yeah, so you do have a lot of things here. And like you said, it's not just about rocks and crystals, but you also have like lessons on how to get in this type of business. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, so we have classes and workshops all the time. We have metaphysical classes, movement classes, candle magic. We have a women's community class that's been really popular, all kinds of stuff.
So it seems like if you're thinking of giving a gift this holiday Christmas, it should be something from this place, especially White Willow, because you have so much to offer, don't you think?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. So thank you for sitting here and being with us and just chatting with us about your store. But later in the day, we're going to have a conversation about what else they have to offer and dive a little bit deeper, because did you also know that she's an herbalist? Oh, there's so much to learn from this place. Stay right here in 4:30. We'll have more. India Jones, Everyday Kentucky on the Go.
Friday night's Mega Millions jackpot is $510 million, and Saturday's Powerball jackpot is $186 million. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Here goes nothing. Right now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, take home a new 2023 Hyundai Santa Fe for just $249 per month. And if you have a job bringing home $350 per week, we want to approve your credit.
Don't just dream it, drive it. Only at Cronin Hyundai.
Are you tired of clean clothes that just don't smell clean? What if your clothes could stay fresh for weeks? Now they can. Downy Unstoppable's in-wash scent boosters keep your laundry smelling fresh way longer than detergent alone. Pour a cap of Downy Unstoppables into your washing machine before each load and enjoy fresher smelling laundry. If you want laundry to smell fresh for weeks, make sure you have Downy Unstoppables in-wash scent boosters. Shop for Downy Unstoppables online, including our lighter scent.
After my wreck, dealing with the insurance company on my own was a bust. I wanted to hit the bullseye, so I called the hammer.
Don't let the insurance company keep you from getting the money you deserve. I'm attorney Daryl Isaacs. We've recovered over $2 billion for our clients, and we're ready to hit the bullseye for you.
I hit the bullseye when I called the hammer. He got me $155,000.
Hit the bullseye. One call, that's all.
Call 877-ALL-7s.
Come to Oak Factory's year-end clearance sale, where we're slashing prices on everything up to 70% off. We're seriously slashing prices up to 70% off this week only at Oak Factory.
No, not the sofa. Surprise! It's a new Buick.
You got me a new Buick?
Oh, and there are more gifts inside.
You got me the head-up display.
Wow! It's a massaging seat.
Okay, what next?
Alexa, turn on holiday lights.
This year, give the gift of technology in every Buick SUV.
It's the holidays. Get 3.99% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days on this Buick Envision. Visit your Bluegrass Buick dealer today.
Everything going okay today for you?
Wonderful.
Perfect, great. I'm going to tip you back in a second. Let's take a good look at everything and make sure everything's healing properly.
My dentist was retiring, so she highly recommended Dr. Carty for my implants. I am so thankful that I found him. I did have anxiety going to the dentist for years. Before the implants, I was very conscientious of not having lower teeth. I was at church the other week. Someone came up, coffee hour, and said, I really love your teeth. I love your smile. I have never felt so comfortable, so cared for. His expertise, he's very, very, very precise. If you're scared of the dentist like I used to be, I would highly recommend Dr. Carty. You are wonderful. I don't have to take a toothbrush. I don't have to take my water pick.
Okay, good.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you.
No problem. Glad to help you.
At home home or on the go, stay informed with the WKYT News app, a must-have with push alerts for breaking news and weather. Download the WKYT News app today.
Here goes nothing. The best time of the year is here during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event at Cronin Hyundai. Spread some holiday cheer in a new 2023 Hyundai Elantra for only $199 per month.
Don't just dream it, drive it. Only at Cronin Hyundai.
Investigate TV, Sunday nights at 12:05 on WKYT. Closed captioning on WKYT is brought to you by Cumberland Valley National Bank. Bank better.
We are keeping a close eye on the weather, and I think a lot of people were listening because it was so busy getting into work this afternoon. A lot of people running around trying to get things done last minute.
Get it done ahead of time, right? It was that way last night, too. So, the time, though, is drawing near when this is going to hit. Let's check in right now with Chris.
Yeah, guys, we're watching the Arctic front that is now crossing into western Kentucky, and right on cue, those temperatures around Paducah are tanking already into the 20s, and you can see how rain is quickly changing over to snow, and that heavy snow band is just now beginning to develop along and behind that boundary that is going to continue to ride its way to the east. And in doing so, we're going to see another low pressure that develops along that front, bringing bitterly cold air into the region, and that will be with us later on tonight. The winter storm warning, as expected, was expanded to include much of the region. I'll show you that here in just a few.
And a quick reminder for you, we'll likely be on the air when this is all hitting tonight. You can watch WKYT News at 10 on the CW Lexington, and of course our coverage will continue on WKYT at 11. 4:30 and WKYT News continues.
And it is all eyes on that winter storm that is just now beginning to break out across western Kentucky. A brand new call for snowfall after just a few minutes away, I should say.
Also on WKYT News at 4:30, a state of emergency will tell you how the Commonwealth is preparing for the bitter cold.
And a man accused of vandalizing LGBTQ businesses in Lexington faced a judge today.
With First Alert Weather, this is WKYT News.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Glad to have you along on this cold day that's going to get tougher. We are just hours away from a major winter storm, bringing in some of the worst winter weather in a while.
Yeah, winter storm warning is out right now for much of the area. And to stay weather aware, you can get the First Alert Weather app by scanning the QR code that you're going to see on your screen tonight. We're going to have it up for you all through our weather coverage.
Right now, let's check in with WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey, who's been tracking this for some time now, and he's going to time it out as we head into the evening.
Yeah, this is a storm that last week we made the first map for this Thursday and Friday, thinking the potential was there for a winter storm to introduce bitterly cold air just in time for Christmas weekend. And now we've got the National Weather Service to upgrade all of central and western Kentucky to a winter storm warning for tonight and into early tomorrow. Winter weather advisory still across the east. That latest call for snowfall with a widespread swath of 2 to perhaps upwards of a half foot of snow into parts of central Kentucky. Now, the issue with measuring snow tonight and tomorrow, the wind. And this is going to be just whipping snow around everywhere. Chances there for some higher amounts across northern Kentucky. Some of the late afternoon models, though, try to settle this whole mess just a little farther south and east. We'll keep this as is now until we can see a little more data over the next hour and change. Wind chill warning for the entire Commonwealth, the entire region. Tonight, tomorrow morning, wind chills of 30 below zero are possible. We are into the 40s right now. Here's the Arctic front to the west. Paducah at 29, St. Louis at 5, 0 Columbia, -9 Des Moines, the Cedar Rapids area. That's how quickly those thermometers are going to drop behind that boundary, and that thing is just going to surge its way to the east. Now, the radar picture right now picking up on rain that is coming into I-65, and that'll be in central Kentucky over the next couple of hours. So we're going to put down water on your roads, your cars, obviously everything outside. But all of that is just going to freeze up instantly within 30 minutes or an hour as temperatures drop into the 20s, the teens, the singles, and then below zero. And then the snow breaking out. Look at that band. Notice how you're seeing more blue increasing on that band as it gets farther to the east. Guys, that's because we've got a wave of low pressure that is beginning to develop along this boundary, and that would act to enhance the snows along and behind that front. Believe it or not, there's even the chance later this evening, you're talking 11, 12, 1, 2 in the morning, for some thunder snow into parts of the region. That's when you know you're dealing with a dynamic storm system.
Yeah, it keeps getting more and more interesting. All right, Chris, thank you. Southern Kentucky officials say they are ready for the snow and the dangerously cold temperatures.
From road crews to emergency officials, they are standing by to respond. New at 4:30, WKYT's Phil Pendleton is at one of 2 warming centers that will be open in Somerset.
New Life Church here in Ferguson in Pulaski County will be one of 2 warming centers open in Pulaski County. There will be another at the Rocky Hollow Center, which is close to the Judicial Center in the downtown area. The New Life Church will be open starting tonight and through the night whenever the temperature drops below 32 degrees. Rocky Hollow will be open during the day from 8 in the morning until 8 at night. The Pulaski County EOC will also be manned, and if people need help, they can call 606-451-0810. Road crews will also be busy in the area. Comes as Friday would have been a holiday for many state and local workers, that they could all be very busy, all thanks to the weather.
Of course, these guys are prepared. They know that this is part of their job. They're ready for it every year. They don't like it. Of course, nobody really does being away from their families and stuff on the holidays, but this is one of the sacrifices that they make.
Well, we're working to have plans to offer transportation if anyone needs, transportation to a warming center or somewhere else due to these cold temperatures.
And emergency officials are hoping there are few people getting out tomorrow because of the extremely dangerous cold weather, not only for their safety, but for the safety and the well-being of first responders who have to get out in the weather. In Pulaski County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
And Josh Whittis also says the local EMS and rescue squad will be working to provide transportation to those who may need to go to some necessary appointments.
We are just hours away from that winter storm making it into our area. Scott County crews say that they have been watching the forecast and making the best plans that they can, but they say there's only so much that they can do. WKYT's Jim Stratman continues our First Alert Weather Team coverage.
Trucks. Check. Salt. Check. Drivers. Check. Scott County crews have been running down the checklist all week long to prepare.
We have spent the last 2 or 3 days going over the trucks, doing everything possible to prevent breakdowns once this stuff hits, and got a great supply of salt. Salt barn's completely full. Got about 4,500 tons.
Now it becomes a waiting game. Scott County Roads and Maintenance Director J.R. Brandenburg tells me that they've been through this before. Ice storms in years past have set up similar to this system. Rain coming in first, followed by a changeover. So it's not something that they aren't ready for. But this one presents even more challenges.
This is a little bit of a crazy situation that's coming in. You're going to drop 40 degrees, blowing snow squalls. You're going to have freezing with the rain coming in first. We're going to kind of set in standby until we get through the first part of it, and then we're going to be prepared to hit the roads.
Road crews tell me that they've done a whole lot already this week to prepare for this event. They've checked all of these trucks twice. They have spare parts in the shop. They've created as best plans as they possibly can. But ultimately, when you get out there, things may need to change, and adjustments on the fly may need to happen.
It's almost impossible to make a plan for that. You just kind of got to make judgment calls and deal with it as it happens.
Brandenburg says that if you do not have to be out, you should stay home. That will give crews the time they need to try to fight this storm. Reporting in Scott County, Jim Stratman, WKYT.
Well, if you do have to go out, Brandenburg says you need to give those plows room to work, so slow down and leave more space.
With those frigid temperatures coming, Lexington has plans in place to protect those in the city. Agencies working right now to convince people to stay inside and avoid the temperature drops. This afternoon, streets and roads workers started their 24-hour shifts to keep the roads safe. And the city is asking you that if you see anyone on the streets to call the police. Non-emergency emergency number or the Compassionate Caravan. And the Catholic Action Center will be open for people living on the streets or homeless. Mayor Gorton says Lexington does not have any warming centers open as far as the city government, but there are, if anyone loses power, they can call those numbers as well, and they will provide other resources and get you somewhere to go. And after speaking with Mayor Gorton today, she says her main priority is to keep everyone safe and indoors.
Well, I think people need to use their common sense. And we don't know ever exactly what weather we're getting, right? So we prepare for what the weather experts tell us. In the city, we have great sources for that. And our Division of Emergency Management also helps us with that for planning. And we're going to do the very best we can to keep Lexington in a safe position.
As of right now, Lextran and other transportation services will be running normally.
Lexington's Salt Barn is stocked up. Crews were out getting ready today for the winter weather. Officials say with the below zero temperatures, the salt won't work effectively. They are turning to alternatives, though, to better treat the roads. Regardless, state and city leaders are urging everyone to stay off the roads.
Frostbite, of course, is a big concern with these below zero temperatures coming. Officials with UK Healthcare say you may experience frost nip. That's when your fingers and toes go numb. It goes away once you warm up, but frostbite, more serious, it can be deadly. In fact, they gave some tips on how to protect yourself if you have to be out in the weather.
Minimizing skin exposure to the elements, so gloves, hats, scarves, multiple layers, long undergarments as well, things like that. And then in these conditions, particularly like exposure to wind can only exacerbate some of these injuries, and so having good wind protection as well.
And Masichi says, of course, the best way to stay safe is to stay inside. And stay weather aware with the First Alert Weather app. You can scan this QR code to download it. With the app, you'll get the latest weather alerts and radar. And if you were to lose power, the app will work with cellular data and keep you in the know. We also have a list of warming centers on our app and on WKYT.com.
In other news this afternoon, today, a man accused of vandalizing LGBTQ businesses in Lexington faced a judge. William White is charged with criminal mischief. Police say he spray painted hateful messages on 2 bars downtown, including Crossings. He had a not guilty plea entered on his behalf this afternoon. Rebecca Richter has owned Crossings for more than 3 years. She told us yesterday the vandalism is upsetting, but she's already moving on.
We actually had a friend of mine, Travis. He was planning on coming to do some holiday window art already, and then I was like, well, we're going to remove the unwanted art installation and replace it with some jolly art.
The bar complex was also vandalized. Mayor Linda Gorton and the Lexington Pride Center denounced the crime on social media. White is due back in court December 28th.
Well, here comes our winter storm and bitterly cold air. We are updating the numbers as we speak, and we've got them for you on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Listen, I'm done settling because this is my secret. I put it on once, no more touch-up. Secret has pH-balancing minerals, and it helps eliminate odor instead of just masking it. So pull it in close. Secret works.
Suffering from sinus congestion, especially at night? Try Vicks Sinex for instant relief that lasts up to 12 hours. Vicks Sinex targets congestion at the source, relieving nasal congestion and sinus pressure by reducing swelling in the sinuses. Try Vicks Sinex.
West Shore Home is the best solution on the market for bath and shower remodeling. Today, Joe and I are on site to see what a typical walk-in shower installation looks like. So let's go upstairs and see what we're working with.
Let's check it out. Now, Kirsten, why did the homeowner need to replace this tub and shower?
So this is a really high step over a tub, which could be a problem because it's really easy to catch your foot when you're getting in or out of the shower. And if that happens, there's nothing here to catch yourself on for support.
And you said today West Shore is going to install a brand new walk-in shower. How's that going to help?
So we're going to remove the shower and tub combo and replace it with something that's built with safety in mind. The walk-in shower is going to have a 3 to 4 inch threshold, which is going to make it so much easier to get in and out of the shower. So look, I know this homeowner is so excited to get this project done, and we don't want to hold the crew up any longer, so let's check back in later.
Okay, the crew wrapped up, and in just 8 hours, the difference is incredible. This morning, this was a plain white bathtub. This afternoon, it's a beautiful, modern walk-in shower. They have sleek sliding glass doors. And as Kirsten said, the low-step shower base and the grab bar is going to make getting in and out of the shower so much easier. They have laser etch walls, and they went for the magnetic shower head. Folks, if you're looking to upgrade your old shower bath to something safe and modern, call the experts at West Shore Home. They're doing transformations like this every single day. Call the number on your screen now, and when you do, take advantage of this great offer. Call in now because they're doing 5 years of 0% APR plus 50% off the cost of installation. This is an offer you do not want to miss. Call West Shore Home now.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bill Carty, and I lead the team here at Dental Concepts and Implant Center in Lexington. I created this next-level dental implant center because I feel that patients are not getting the smiles they deserve in the Bluegrass. We're changing lives every single day with dental implants by treating patients that are struggling with their dentures, who can't eat their foods, who can't smile, who can't keep their dentures in place. And we're giving them a more reliable solution with dental implants, giving them permanent teeth. They don't have to worry about sore spots. They don't have to worry about their dentures falling out. They can smile and be at ease. We are in a unique situation in the Bluegrass because we are trained especially in dental implants. I don't want to see you go through life miserable and not smiling. That's why our consultations are always free. So pick up the phone. We're a quick phone call away. We'll help you on your new smile journey.
You are wonderful. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you.
No problem.
Appreciate
Glad to
it.
help you.
Hi, everybody. High-impact winter storm is making its way into the Ohio Valley as we speak. We're just hours away from snows flying across central Kentucky, a little later across the east. And let's talk about those winter weather impacts. Here we go. This is pretty good snow impact across our part of the world. Road conditions, yeah, major impact. Overnight, late evening into the overnight, right on through the day tomorrow because the cold conditions are going to be brutal. This is one of the lowest or the coldest air masses you're ever going to find in December especially. And those wind chills coming up late tonight, tomorrow morning are incredibly, incredibly low. Numbers you just don't see in Kentucky very often, especially around Christmas time. Winter storm warning is out across western and central Kentucky. Lexington, Georgetown, Richmond, Nicholasville, Winchester, Frankfort were all included in this winter weather advisory. I still think there's a chance that we can get that pushed just a smidge farther to the east as we go through the next few hours. The new call for snowfall, notice I haven't put the last call for snowfall on there yet because I may update this at any point over the next couple of hours before we get those flakes to fly around here as we see exactly what we're dealing with. But a widespread 2 to up to 6 inches of snow. Now, everybody loves to look at the high number, but there's a low number in there too. And a lot of times the truth is somewhere in between with what you get. But this is the basement, and that's the penthouse, if you will. Lower numbers across the southeast, but even there, we may see some sneaky totals that come up a little bit. Wind chill warning that is out for the entire Commonwealth. Those wind chills by tomorrow morning, 30 below zero. Insane. Some models are even colder than that. Speaking of, look at the Arctic front. Whew. I mean, for December, for any time of year, for January or February, that is just brutal. Here's the rain developing in Louisville, down to E-Town, Bowling Green. Snow is popping right along behind that front. There's a little bit of a disconnect there. You're going to see this all of a sudden just expand and come together. You see the snow that is breaking out here across Missouri, Indiana, down into southeastern parts of Missouri. And with a wave of low pressure developing along this front, the snows are going to increase the farther east that they get into central Kentucky. Future radar this evening is showing that band of rain coming through here. That's 7 o'clock. Let's go to 8 o'clock, where we're going to put down maybe 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch of rain, and all that water is going to ice up within an hour. So that's called a flash freeze. And then by 10 o'clock, there's the snow band getting into central Kentucky. 11, midnight, you can still see the snows flying all the way from eastern Kentucky to western Kentucky by that. So what's happening with that wave of low pressure, you're kind of thickening the band of snow with each run. Now we're into the wee hours of the morning. Front is into eastern Kentucky. This would be, in some cases, whiteout conditions for an extended period of time. 3 o'clock in the morning, still snowing into central Kentucky. By 7, we push the deeper moisture away. Now we would fire up some flurries and snow showers through the day tomorrow. So this evening, rain to snow from west to east as the bitterly cold air arrives. A few hours of whiteout snows overnight. 0 to 10 below 0. That's your temperature potentially tomorrow morning in parts of the region. Then tomorrow the wind chill is going to feel like minus 20 pretty much all day long. Let's just track the temps. Look at that dropping off, like just dropping off the edge of a table here. Or this is more like a cliff. First thing tomorrow morning, those temperatures are minus 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the wind chills would be pushing 30 below 0. Temperatures over the weekend, guys, yes, they improve a little bit, but you're talking about a high of 10 and 13 and lows still around 0 or below and a wind chill of minus 10 to minus 15 as an improvement. I mean, that's an improvement over what we're going to see tomorrow. If we didn't have tomorrow, we'd be talking about what a brutally cold Christmas it was going to be.
Yeah,
right.
Not a lot to cheer about there.
Not at all.
For sure.
You're looking for a warm-up. It's a week away, looks like. Right? All right. Thank you. A metaphysical store in Lexington. We introduced you to that during our last half hour with Everyday Kentucky on the Go. And when we come back, we'll show you how you can start your own spiritual journey.
Beautiful custom homes on large lots located on McClure Road in Winchester, just a short drive from Hamburg. Dream it. CP Builders can build it. Give Tanya Skeen's RE/MAX Elite Realty a call and start planning your dream home today. 859-771-5254.
We've been cooking up this kitchen design for a while.
So it's going to be perfect.
Okay, that pattern works.
Wow, this whole look works.
And at a price that really works.
I think our work here is done.
At Floor & Decor, our helpful associates and free design services add to your experience, not your expenses. And with an unmatched selection of high-quality products, all at everyday low prices, creating the kitchen to match your taste has never been easier. Discover Floor & Decor today.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and our favorite time of the year at Isaacs and Isaacs. From our family to yours, have a happy and safe holiday season, filled with a lot of laughter, joy, and love. Remember, if you're celebrating, please don't drink and drive. Together, let's make 2023 the best year ever.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Nope. Nope.
Come on, him?
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
He's an 8.
He's a 9.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Hey, thanks for working through the holidays.
Clara, Dad says you're working over Christmas.
Here you go, Mrs. Person.
Let me pay you.
No, you're not going to pay me.
We are the helping hand.
Holly, happy holidays.
Thanks for everything you do, Clara.
We couldn't let you be alone for Christmas.
We purchased trees.
Oh my gosh.
Bring your money to UK Federal Credit Union and take advantage of this limited time offer on certificate rates before it's gone. Offering guaranteed returns on your money, this is an opportunity you don't want to miss. Visit any of our 6 branch locations today to learn more. UK Federal Credit Union. It's banking, only better.
Start your day with Victor, Kristen, and Jim. Weekdays on WKYT Mornings.
Welcome back to WKYT News. During the last half hour on Everyday Kentucky on the Go, we introduced you to a metaphysical store in downtown Lexington where they're looking to help take your Christmas shopping out of this world.
Yeah, India Jones is back now with more on how you can start your own spiritual journey.
Welcome back to Everyday Kentucky on the Go. You all know my name is India Jones, and of course I have been here at White Willow. We've been talking about this store. It has a little bit of everything, and especially around the holidays if you're trying to figure out what to get someone. I think this place is a place to stop at. It's right off of Old Vine, and here with me now, tell me a little bit about more of the classes, April, because you were telling me that you offer some classes for people if they're just getting into this type of business.
Okay, so Charlie mentioned that we have some body movement classes that'll help you get in tune with your body, learn how to protect your muscles and joints. It's good for all ages, body types. I also offer some candle manifestation classes, so that will help you like focus on a goal, and we can find ways and avenues to help you achieve that better. Sometimes we'll have astrology classes, pendulum work, so different ways to utilize divination tools and stuff like that.
And that'll really help you, especially starting out, because some people don't know where to even start.
Right. It can be tricky. So when people come in, I just advise them to like take a look around. We have a little card with every crystal that'll tell you a little bit what it's about or how to start working with it. Intuitively feel like maybe what you're drawn to. And of course, like the staff's always here to answer questions or direct you further if you need more help.
And you and I were having a conversation earlier, and we were talking about the mission of this store and the plan of this store. Can you tell me a little bit about that again?
Yes, I feel like we just want to be of service to our community and help empower people to love on themselves and care for themselves and wellness emotionally, spiritually, and physically. So that's what we're here for. We want to get everyone started on that path and keep it going.
And going into the new year, we have a lot of people who are trying to figure out, oh, how can I make the new year better? You also do palm readings.
And I do intuitive readings.
Let me get it right. Intuitive readings.
Yes, and I use tarot and oracle cards with that, as long as like my own clear gifts that I have. So
that could be a wonderful gift as well for the holidays.
Yeah, I would love to sit with anyone who wants some guidance.
So also people can do vouchers, gift cards. Tell us about that.
You can come and shop and get gift cards here at the counter, or you can get a digital one online. Our website is www.whitewillowlex.com. And also there you can see our events. We have aura reading event coming up on January 7th. So that's just something new that we've never experienced before, and we want everyone to come out and experience it with us.
Thank you so much, April. We really appreciate it. Again, if you're trying to figure out what to do for the holidays or who to buy a gift for, come down to White Willow, because it doesn't have something just for the women. It has something for the men as well. Something for everyone. All right, guys, until next time, I'm India Jones, Everyday Kentucky on the Go.
And White Willow is open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 to 6 and on Sundays from 12 to 6. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
When you or a loved one is seriously injured in a car wreck that wasn't your fault, you feel like you're losing control. Hughes & Coleman is here for you.
We can get you every dollar you deserve and need. Control starts with a call. Hughes & Coleman, 800-800-4600.
Surprise! It's a new Buick.
You got me a new Buick?
Oh, and there are more gifts inside.
You got me the head-up display.
Wow! It's a massaging seat.
Okay, what next?
Alexa, turn on holiday lights.
This year, give the gift of technology in every Buick SUV.
It's the holidays. Get 3.99% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days on these Buick SUV models. Visit your Bluegrass Buick dealer today.